everyone, Morgan here. So today I have a review of SurvivaGuard. It is something that I think the prepper world has been needing, and SurvivaGuard has finally filled that void. Now, many people are going to disagree with me. I can already hear it because this is a supplement. It's a vitamin formula. It's for emergency preparedness, long-term storage, sustainability, and I'm going to talk all about this, but it's a dietary supplement. And with supplements, if you know anything about supplements, you know that there's a lot of information that says supplements are great, and then there's other information that says supplements are terrible. So there's so much conflicting information out there, and one of the reasons for that is because studies to find the effectiveness of vitamins can take a very long time, 20 plus years, because you need to know if the supplements are doing long-term damage, short-term damage, all that kind of stuff. All right, so the thing about vitamins is we should be getting all our appropriate nutrition through the foods that we eat. However, when it comes to an emergency or disaster, you may be eating foods that aren't giving you the appropriate nutrients that you need. You know, you need vitamin C and vitamin B's and vitamin A's and all these different types of vitamins. You need certain things that you normally get through the foods that you eat. But in emergency or disaster, people may be eating a lot of foods like, Mountain House and things that don't necessarily have all the nutrients that you might need. It may have your calories and your fats and your proteins and things like that, but it doesn't have those necessary vitamins. If you look at the back of Mountain House, it has maybe like 5 or 10% of this vitamin or that vitamin, but it doesn't have your full necessary vitamins that you need. And in everyday life, I do take supplements. I take vitamins and I take, a whole bunch of different supplements that I feel that I have read up on, educated myself enough on, that I have come to the conclusion that they will help me. Now, in saying all that, having too much of these vitamins and certain nutrients and things can actually have adverse effects. At least that's what I've read through my studies. They say that sure, you need, so much of vitamin A, but if you get, like an extreme dose of that every single day, then that can actually have bad effects on you. You need certain things, but only in the proper dosages. So what I'm reading on here is it actually does have like all your vitamins, vitamin A, C, D, E, K. It has, it has iron and zinc and magnesium and, most of the vitamins that you'll see in like a lot of, everyday vitamins. But then it has their own special formula, like it has fish oil powder, it has, a bunch of words that most people can't pronounce. But I actually did my research and I looked up every single ingredient here to make sure that it wasn't, some crazy supplement. But most of these things are actually things that we already produce in our body or things that we are getting through food. But again, if you're not eating the proper foods in an emergency situation, then you're not getting these things that your body already needs. So these are just supplements to get the things that you're not consuming through food, okay? Now, another thing about this is that it says to take 2 capsules and then you'll get your 100% of everything. In general, if it normally says to take 2 capsules, I'll take 1. So this is 60 capsules, which is a 30-day supply. But for me, this would be a 60-day supply. So there's really no way to tell if the vitamins are working, if you're getting the proper supplements or things like that. The really only way to tell is if, after a certain period of time, you can actually start showing signs of nutrient deficiency as soon as 90 days. So as soon as 3 months without having proper vitamins or a certain nutrient or something, you can start showing symptoms of that deficiency. So like, if you have a vitamin C deficiency, scurvy could pop up. If you have a vitamin B7 deficiency, it can cause rashes, hair loss. With all these deficiencies, the symptoms will start occurring if you're not getting enough of these things. And you could have a deficiency right now and you don't even know it because you don't know that you're not getting the proper dose. You just think, oh, I'm getting a rash, whatever, But it could be a vitamin deficiency. Now, I actually took these I took 1 tablet a day for 3 days, and I felt fine. You know, what I was looking for with this is to see if there were any adverse effects just by taking the medication. Sometimes when you take supplements, they can, you know, have adverse effects. They can make you feel shaky. They can give you, you know, the sweats. They can make you nauseated. There can be side effects to taking certain supplements. You know, some people, they just, you know, have a side effect to the supplements for whatever reason. But I took this for 3 days. No adverse effects. I felt fine, you know, and I can be pretty sensitive to that stuff. So, but I felt good, and I'm really happy with this formula. And again, I looked up every single one. I'm not going to go into every single detail with you, but I highly suggest that you go to their website, look up every single one, and then, you know, all the ingredients, and decide for yourself whether it sounds like something that you think would be right for you. But this is not an everyday vitamin supplement. This is only something to be used in an emergency situation in which you may not be getting the proper nutrients from the foods that you are eating. Now, also in saying that, this has a 3-year shelf life. Most vitamins only have a 2-year shelf life, so that's really nice as well. And you could even put these in like a Mylar bag or something to maybe extend the life. And again, you know, when we're talking about expiration dates, you know, it's all with a grain of salt, but vitamins and medications, they do expire, absolutely. If you've ever taken expired medication, you know that medications do expire. I've taken expired medication and have realized, you know, that the half-life really, you know, it may not be as effective, it may be a little effective, or at a certain point it won't be effective really at all, you know, or noticeably effective. So, you know, it is important to keep up on this stuff. If you do notice that this is coming to its expiration date, you know, just, you know, you could take them. There's nothing wrong with taking them on your daily diet. I would probably just take one or open it up. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Or actually open it up and, you know, just take the powder and, you know, half it or something like that. You know, if you don't want the full thing, something like that, you know, just to kind of use it. You know, put it in your shake or something. There's a bunch of things you could do with this. But yeah, I'm really happy about this. They have, you know, this is a 14 capsules. It's supposed to be just for 7 days because you're supposed to take 2 capsules a day. But this is a 14 capsule. This is great for your bug out bag. It is super lightweight, super lightweight. I would totally, absolutely put this in my bug out bag and have this for an emergency purposes. And so, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I think that, you know, I've always been a fan of supplements and vitamins and things like that, but I know there are a lot of people who aren't, and I know this is going to be very controversial, but I implore you to go to their website, take a look at what they have to offer, take a look at their ingredients, really research it for yourself. You know, I don't want you to just buy this because I told you to. You know, I have found that it is a good option for me and my family, but it may not be a good option for you. But I think that this is something that the prepper world has been missing. SurvivaGuard has filled this void, and I'm very impressed with their ingredient selection and everything. So this is a very long video to talk about vitamins, but I just wanted to make my point very clear on it. And yeah, so I'm pretty impressed with this. So go to SurvivaGuard, check it out for yourself. And I'm gonna have a full blog post about this that will talk about this a little bit more in detail as well. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you really like my content on my YouTube, please consider supporting me on my Patreon, a link down below in the description. And come follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and come to my website at roguepreparedness.com. Remember, conquer tomorrow by preparing today. I'll talk to you later. Bye.